Man has always been in motion, walking, running, on horseback, either for food or for shelter. In our modern technological world, we use machines to multiply our efforts. Now we are able to use some machines for enjoyment. Cars, motorcycles, airplanes, boats, that kind of thing. I will be exploring different machines, their use, and some of their owners. Hello, I am your host, Art Supernaut. Welcome to the show.
Right here in front of this impressive looking lady, all dressed up. I understand they're going to do some awards for how patriotic dress. And I'm going to vote for you.
Oh, thank you.
Who are you?
I'm Patty Field.
Patty, hi.
Hi.
Is this the first time you ever run out here?
My first time, I just started running 5Ks yesterday. So I ran one in Berkeley yesterday. This one means the most to me out of all of them. But yeah, this is my second 5K.
Wow. Well, congratulations. I'm so happy to have you out here. What town are you from?
I'm from Troy.
Oh, she's right here in the area.
Right here.
Okay. So what about Troy residents?
Yes. I've raised my kids here and love it here.
Thank you so much, Patty.
Thank you.
You guys are out here today, eh?
Yes.
What routes are you going?
10.
10K. All three for 10K?
Yep.
What brings you on a cold morning like this?
Love running.
Me, I love running too.
My grandparents are interred here, so I want to look for them after we're done.
Oh, wow.
That's for a great cause,
And it's a good cause, yes.
Yeah, tell me about the cause just real quickly.
Well, it's for the veterans, and I always support our veterans. They sacrifice their lives for us, so we got to come out here. Even I'm not a veteran.
It's a way of giving back.
My father served in the Air Force. I am here for a great cause. I'm here for the veterans who sacrificed their lives fighting overseas and fighting for every single past war.
Your donations to the tables, it's there next to the Italian Grill, Papa Romano's, Cano Grill, Steelhouse Tavern, Billy Sims Barbecue, Grill and Bar and Sharks Barbecue. It's some extremely low prices, very cost effective for next year's race. Again, we got some short period of time.
We're at the Patriots race today. And I'm here with a couple of people that I've known for the last couple of months. Joe here. Yeah. And
Heather.
That's right. Okay, let's start with you, Heather. I see you got the whole brood here.
I do, yes.
Hi.
Where'd the little one go?
Oh, she's with Daddy.
Oh, okay. I see you got a lot of support. Are they a cheering section?
They are my cheering section, absolutely.
If I remember correctly, this is your first one?
My very first 5K, yep.
Looking forward to it, or you're anticipatory?
Both. I'm nervous and excited. Yeah. I've been training, I guess, for a couple of weeks, and it'll be fun. It's for the veterans, and that's honestly, I was going to do another one yesterday, and when Joe mentioned this one for the veterans, I thought that's who I want to run for. So that's why I signed up for it.
Excellent. Hey, Joe, I know you're a Navy veteran?
Navy and Marine
Oh,
Corps.
that's right, I forgot about that, sorry. And this is not your first time around the block, is it?
No, been around that block many times.
So 5K, that's not a big deal for you even, is it?
No, it is now at my age. It's getting to be, I'll be 75 on Wednesday. And I'm happy to be 75, so.
That I'm almost your age. I'm just happy to open my eyes.
If you get up, it's a good day.
Exactly. Thanks a lot.
Today's events with the playing of God Bless America.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Thank you very much. That was outstanding. Now it's an opportunity for me to introduce Mr. David Krall of the Whitechapel Cemetery.
Good morning and welcome to the 2018 Whitechapel Patriots race. Glad everybody could make it today. My name is David Krall. I'm the Vice President here at Whitechapel Memorial Park Cemetery, and I would like to officially welcome you to Whitechapel and thank you for participating in today's third annual Patriots race. We here at Whitechapel are so honored and blessed to host this annual 10K, 5K race and 1 mile walk here on the grounds of Whitechapel. The Patriots race is to honor and remember those who served and sacrificed so much for our freedom and our liberties, and to uphold and celebrate our patriotic liberties and freedom. But let us pause first and remember what occurred 17 years ago on September 11th, 2001. On that day, 19 terrorists associated with Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airliners and carried out suicide attacks against targets in the United States. Over 3,000 people were killed during the attacks in New York City, Washington, D.C., and Pennsylvania, including more than 400 police officers and firefighters. The world and the United States changed that day. No longer did our oceans separate us from our enemies. We have been reminded since 9/11 that the terrorists are still at war with us, with numerous attacks here in the United States and around the world. The cost of the global war on terrorism has been heavy. But a few things did remain the same after 9/11. Men and women of courage and bravery stepped forward to fight for their country and for the enduring and, quite frankly, revolutionary ideas and principles of our country. They stood up to fight for the ideals and principles enshrined by our patriotic founders in the Declaration of Independence, which said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, government are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed." The Declaration of Independence declared to the world that there is God-given natural rights and freedom that no government should be able to subvert or take away. After we won our independence, our founders established one of the greatest governing documents ever devised in human history to enshrine the principles espoused in the Declaration of Independence. The Constitution of the United States was established, as the preamble states, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. So today at this Patriots race, we celebrate the rights and liberties we have today that were enshrined to protect the individual person from a possible overbearing and tyrannical government, and were revolutionary at the time of our founding and in many parts of the world still today. These ideas of freedom and liberty is what makes America special. These ideals and principles are what patriots from our founding generation to our brave men and women today fight for. They are what our military heroes, as our founders declared in the Declaration of Independence, mutually pledged to each other and to their country, their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. We must celebrate and educate our young, and sometimes remind ourselves about our patriotic ideas. We are not simply a nation of earth and soil, but a nation founded upon freedom and liberty of the individual. I believe President Abraham Lincoln may have said it best in the Gettysburg Address. It is us for the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. So when you run or walk through the race course today, look upon the monuments dedicated to the fallen heroes of past wars. See the Polar Bear Monument, where 56 Michigan soldiers are laid to rest who fought the Russian Bolsheviks in World War I. See the World War II Four Freedoms Memorial, where over 322 soldiers and sailors who were killed in action are laid to rest. Look upon the Korean and Vietnam War Memorial, the Persian Gulf War Memorial, and the POW MIA Memorial. And finally, look upon the War on Terror Memorial, and remember what heavy price it took to remain free. Thousands of young men and women in U.S. uniform have perished in this global war on terrorism. So many lives lost, so many families torn apart. Those who do return continue to suffer with the consequences of the horrors of war. Over 20 veterans every day commit suicide, many due to the horrors they experienced in war that they, in their mind, could not bear any longer. It is up to us to help them. Once again, Whitechapel is proud to partner up with the Michigan Wounded and Returning Warriors Program, which helps our veterans when they return home to overcome some of the financial issues they may have and the post-traumatic stress syndrome they may be experiencing. I want to thank all of our volunteers today who have helped with this race. I want to especially thank our sponsors of this year's Patriots race. Without their support, this race would not be possible. I'd like to thank Comerica Bank, Comcast Spotlight, Club Pilates, Body Works, and the Carpet Guys, and all of our food sponsors today. Please join me in thanking them. I'd like to thank the staff of Whitechapel for they have put some long hours in to make this special day happen. And I'd like to mention that we can also help our current members of our armed forces who are serving by donating items to our Whitechapel's 11th annual Troop Care Package Drive by dropping off items for the troops all week long here at Whitechapel. And we want to thank the Michigan Military Moms for their partnership in making our annual Troop Care Package Drive so successful. In a few moments, we will have an invocation by our own minister, Reverend Mark Kerr, followed by the national anthem by Janine, of course, Miller. But first, I'd like to introduce Gary Tanner from the Michigan Wounded and Returning Warriors Program for a few words.
Thanks, David, and thank you to all of you for coming out and participating in this great event. Thank you very much to the Krall family and Whitechapel Cemetery for adopting our program as their beneficiary for all of this great patriotic celebration, and that's exactly what it is. We're celebrating everyone who has ever put on that uniform, who has ever paid that price. The Michigan Wounded and Returning Warrior Program we developed because we thought, as volunteer veterans ourselves, we can do a very good job taking care of our fellow veterans and our military families abroad. And as such, 100% of all donations go right back out to those we help. We take nothing out of them because we are volunteer veterans. So your donation dollar gets the best bang for the buck you can get anywhere. And that money helps keep our families in their homes. any kind of financial hardship. We do family retreats, all expense paid for returning warriors and clinically recommended families. We also do adaptive sports, events like this that bring the community together, as well as community education on combat trauma and post-traumatic stress, so that people can understand the struggles of our military families and our service members when they return. So thank you again. Have a great race. We really can't thank the Crawl family enough, or you for coming out and spending your time and your money for such a great and worthy cause. Thank you very much, and have a great race. I'd like to introduce Reverend Mark Kerr for the invocation.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So good to see so many people out here today. And just before we get started, I'd just like to say a word of prayer over you and ask God's blessing on the day. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for just this great country that you've given to us, that you've blessed us with. We love our country, and we are so grateful just for all of those who have served our country, given their lives, and just we are in such awe of them. And we honor them today. And Lord, we ask now that you would just be with all of the participants today in the race, Lord, that you would just keep everyone safe. Pray blessing over them and their families, and we just thank you for this day, this time. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
We will now have the national anthem performed by Janine O'Corsinella. And then we will start off with the 10K. Thank you all again for coming. Appreciate it. After the race, we have plenty of food, so please stick around for food. We'll have prizes for for all those who are the winners of the races, and prizes for the most patriotic attire. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That's an outstanding job. Thank you so much, David, and all of the nice speeches we had this morning. We are ready to get going. We get the music started here very shortly. 10K runners, are you guys ready this morning? Yeah, all right. Looks like we got a great group out there. You guys look great. You guys got patriotic attire on as well. And I do have to ask questions. Who's your very first 10K? First 10K ever. So you guys are making your debuts on the Pro Tour. All right. All right, we got some We're going to have a good, clean start here. I know our timers, guys, are ready. Make sure your bibs are visible to get a clear start again and clear time. And be aware, we're going to be starting the 5K at 9:30. So all runners, be aware. We're going to have some runners going back and forth. So be aware of the runners' oncoming traffic, as we say. And again, this is our 3rd annual, and we really appreciate you guys coming out today. This is a new feature for us, adding a 10K. So we really appreciate you guys signing up and being part of this event. Again, how many have run more than 10K races in their lifetime? Raise your hand if you've done more than 10 of these. Okay, so you guys are the veterans. You guys are experienced out there. I can feel the energy from you guys. As soon as we get the music fired up here, Dan's working on the sound system. No pressure at all, Dan, at all. But we'll get you guys started off here. Again, you're going to follow the course pretty much straight down the rally here. We've got some nice camera systems set up, and you'll be hanging a right. We'll be following the van. All right, we're going to get you guys started here. All right, we're going to start the countdown at 10. Okay, everyone join us. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! You're on your way! 3rd annual Patriots race here in Troy, Michigan. Okay, we got a lot of food available after the race, so we definitely want to make sure that you guys are properly nourished before you watch your NFL football game this afternoon. Off you go! You guys all appreciate coming out today, and we're going to start your countdown. Here we go, walkers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, walkers! Here at the 3rd annual Patriots race.